Welcome to this explainer. Let's dive straight into a spatial journey from the shoreline to the deep sea.
Who actually owns the ocean? It could be a Wild West, but thankfully, a legal framework prevents total chaos.
Enter UN Close. Drafted in 1982, it's basically the ocean's constitution, acting as the ultimate rulebook for 168 global parties.
Now, every claim starts right here at the baseline. It's the absolute reference point for measuring all ocean zones. Stepping off the beach, the territorial sea extends 12 miles out. Here, the coastal state has absolute, complete sovereignty. Pushing out to 24 miles, we hit the contiguous zone. This grants nations enforcement control over customs and immigration. Then, the massive 200-mile mark. That's the exclusive economic zone, unlocking incredibly lucrative sovereign rights over natural resources. Notice a pattern here? A coastal state's legal power slowly dilutes the further out into the water we travel. Crucially, only true habitable islands generate an EEZ. Uninhabitable, barren rocks, they just get a tiny 12-mile territorial sea. And hey, just because a state writes the rules in a zone doesn't guarantee they actually have arrest powers. Beyond the EEZ lies the wild blue yonder, the high seas. Out here, absolute freedom and peaceful navigation rule. In these waters, the ship's flag dictates its laws. There are only super narrow universal exceptions, like stopping piracy. If a ship breaks coastal laws and runs, authorities can initiate hot pursuit, but it must remain completely uninterrupted. Finally, the deep seabed beyond national borders is called the area. Legally, it actually belongs to all of humanity. So, what actually happens when powerful nations inevitably clash over these invisible ocean borders and their incredibly valuable resources?
Historically, international courts and tribunals have had to step in repeatedly to settle these extremely high-stakes maritime boundary disputes.
For example, a 2016 arbitration objectively invalidated certain historic rights claims, though China completely rejected the tribunal's jurisdiction there. Resolving these complex conflicts basically always comes down to pinpointing the exact ocean zone and applying the correct treaties. As critical resources grow scarcer globally, we have to ask, will this incredible ocean constitution continue to hold water?